Hey guys, week 10. All right, good news. There's a short list under me, so this should be a pretty easy week. Well, sorry, you have a test. It's easy for me to say it's an easy week. I'm not the one taking it. You don't have a lot to do this week. How's that sound? You've got exam 3 is going to be Monday and Tuesday. Excuse me. Monday and Tuesday, so the 19th and 20th. That's going to cover the 2 core dates lectures that we watched. There was part 1 was an introduction, and you talked about fishes and amphibians. Part 2 was reptiles, birds, and mammals. So it's going to cover all of that. And then also last week you had a primate evolution chapter. So 3 lectures that you watched, 2 on chordates and then 1 on primate evolution. So that's going to be due on Tuesday the 20th. Make sure you do it by then. 70 questions, so you've got 70 minutes. Time limit has not been an issue for most students. So most of y'all are getting done in like 20 minutes or less. So as long as you're prepared and you've studied, that's more than enough time. Don't let that time scare you at all. Real quick, and hopefully we got the feel for how tests go in this class, but seriously, let me stress again, pay attention to the environment video instructions, and then you'll have some additional instructions afterwards. Pay attention to those. I promise that my least favorite part of probably my job is on online classes having to go through and review the test. I'm not trying to catch people cheating. I'm not like hoping I can bust somebody, but that's my job. I have to go through and make sure that you're, doing this with integrity so you can get credit for the course. The easiest way for both of us to make sure that happens is in your environment video, and then right afterwards on all those instructions, make sure you are following those instructions. That makes it so much easier on me to review the videos. It makes it easier on you too, because I don't have to follow up and ask, clarify any issues that there might have been with your test. So just pay attention to those. I think most of you are doing a really good job, but it is an issue, has been an issue for some students. So just pay attention to that, all right? Only other thing you had this week is the discussion board on vertebrates. So this one's a little different. What I did was found video clips for all the different types of vertebrates that we talked about. And I think there's several that you can watch. For at least 2, at the minimum 2, I want you to leave a comment or like some type of a reply about something in that video that you found interesting. Or you can talk about how it relates to something we talked about in class. All right? You've got several threads that you can go through and reply to. You have to do 2 for credit, but feel free to watch all of them. I tried to make them quick, like 5 minutes at the longest, really quick videos. They're just kind of cool things. I know when we talk about them in lecture, when it's just like words on a screen, that's not exciting. But when we can see what the real organisms look like, it's pretty neat. All right. So that's it for this week. If you wanted to go ahead and get started on next week, we're going to start looking at fungi. And that's a longer, it's not terrible, but it's a longer lecture. It's really dense. There's a lot of information packed in there. So if you wanted to go ahead and watch maybe like the first half of that chapter this week, if you've got some free time, it'll make it a little easier on you next week. All right. One more note. I know that a lot of times I'll have students message me like over the weekend before the assignments are due or anything like that. And I usually try to check, and I don't mind responding if I'm available. But this weekend, I don't know if I've mentioned this yet, but I like to run. That's like my stress reliever or whatever. And I made a dumb mistake about half a year ago. I signed up for a race that ended up being this weekend. It's a 24-hour race in a city park in Alabaster. They've got this huge mile walking track. So from 9 a.m. Saturday morning until 9 a.m. Sunday morning for 24 hours, the race is you run that loop as many times as you can in 24 hours. So having said all that, if you send me a message on Saturday, I'm not going to be available. I'm going to be running. If you send me a message on Sunday, I'm probably going to be passed out on a couch somewhere recovering. So if you have any emergencies, send me a message. Like always, just realize it's probably going to be Monday at the earliest that I could get back with you. But just let me know and we'll get it sorted out if you need any help with anything. All right. If you have any questions, let me know, and I will see y'all shortly.